Hey, it's MJ here with Fight Life Media, live and direct from Las Vegas, Nevada, coming to you with another edition of 5 and 5 Sin City Picks. It's the pick show where we give you 5 picks in 5 minutes on all the top MMA shows. Today we're going to cover UFC on Fuel 3. Okay, UFC on Fuel 3. It's coming up Tuesday, May 15th. It's going to be a great card. We're just coming off of the UFC on Fox 3. Had some great fights on that card. Man, I got to take my hat off to Alan Belcher. He looked great that night. I actually picked against him. I thought Rosemary Palhares was going to take him down, but man, Belcher's jiu-jitsu was phenomenal. His ground and pound was nasty. He deserved that win. Also, my apologies to Nate Diaz. I'm a huge Nate Diaz fan. Nate looks just better and better every outing. So hats off to Nate Diaz. I'm hoping that he gets that title shot after those guys, with the rematch versus Edgar and Henderson. Anyways, on to UFC on Fuel 3. Very first fight of the night that we're going to cover on the main card from the bottom up is Jason MacDonald versus Tom Lawlor. Jason MacDonald, great guy, 25 and 15. He's actually finished 22 of his 25 wins. He comes in there to finish. I think he's got like over 20 submissions. You know, he's coming off a loss to Alan Belcher. Man, if anybody saw what Belcher did to Palhares, it's no shock that Jason, didn't match up very well against him, and he took that loss. On the other side, we've got Tom Lawlor, who's 7 and 4. He's coming off of a loss. He's lost 3 out of his last 4 fights. I got to give the advantage to Jason MacDonald. I think he's going to come in, and I think he's going to finish Tom Lawlor. So, got to give my pick to Jason MacDonald. Okay, second fight of the night, we got Igor Pekrajic versus Fabio Maldonado. Fabio Maldonado comes out of Team Nogueira. He's 18 and 4, 1-1 in the octagon. So, he's kind of had a mixed bag. With Igor, man, he's coming off a KO win over Krzysztof Sosinski. He took a decision over Bonner as well. He's 24 and 8. He's got 21 finishes in his 24 wins. As far as experience goes, level of competition, and I think momentum, I've got to give the nod to Igor. I think he's going to come out and he's going to finish Fabio. That's going to be contested at light heavyweight. Okay, third fight of the night. I really thought that this should be the co-main event of the night. We've got Jeremy Little Heathen Stevens versus the Cowboy Donald Cerrone. This is going to be an awesome matchup. Both of these guys are gamers. With Jeremy Stevens, you've got a guy that's 20 and 7. His last 2 losses were actually split decisions. He had a split decision loss to Anthony Pettis, and then he also had a split decision loss to Melvin Guillard, quite a few fights before that. He's got heavy hands, and he's a really well-rounded kid. His opponent, Donald Cerrone, everybody loves this guy. He always comes to bang. He's great on the ground. He's coming off a loss to Nate Diaz, a pretty convincing loss to Nate Diaz, so I'm sure he's going to come out hungry. Prior to his loss to Nate Diaz, he was on a 6-fight win streak. Another really well-rounded guy. I think the difference maker in this one is that, Jeremy Stevens has not lost convincingly any time in his last 6 fights, while on the other hand, Donald Cerrone has. So I'm going to give the edge to Jeremy Stevens. He's going to be my pick, and I think his hands are just a little bit heavier, and that's going to be the difference maker. In the co-main event of the night, we've got Amir Sadallah versus Jorge Lopez. This is interesting. I don't know why this is the kind of the marquee matchup and the co-main event of the night, but you've got Amir Sadallah, who's 5 and 3. I love watching Amir fight. He's a well-rounded guy. He keeps getting better. He's coming off a decision loss to Dwayne Bang Ludwig, but he's known for putting on some pretty exciting fights. His fight, versus Phil Baroni is a good example of that. He comes to bang, and he's pretty good in his transitions and on the ground as well. Jorge Lopez, he lost his UFC debut. He's fighting out of the Vanderlei Silva fight team here in Las Vegas. He's 11 and 2. I got to give the edge to Amir Sadallah. Even though Amir doesn't have as many fights as this guy, Amir's been on the big show longer. He's fought tougher guys, and I'm going to go with Amir in this one. In the main event of the night, we've got Chan Sung Jung, otherwise known as the Korean Zombie. He's 12 and 3, and he's fighting Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier, only one loss in his career. He's on a 5-fight win streak. He's a finisher. He's actually finished 10 out of the 12 guys that he's beaten. So I think that the Korean Zombie is going to have, his work cut out for him. Zombie, he's known for kind of his plodding, coming forward, style. He likes to stand and bang, but he does have that suspect chin. He's been knocked out before. Although the funny thing is, his last 2 wins, he's just really looked pretty dominant. He had a 7-second knockout over Hominick, and then he had that twister win over Leonard Garcia. So both these guys are carrying some good momentum into this fight, but I got to give the edge to Dustin Poirier, and I'm expecting him to finish the Korean Zombie by knockout. That about wraps it up for now. Make sure and check out our site on Facebook for more exclusive content. Make sure and check us out at Fight Life Media, where we're covering MMA from the ground up.